What does mental health mean to you? Today, the Pro Teach Consult, as part of their mental health awareness program, organized the APSI C.H.E.C.K Summit 2026 to bring more awareness on mental health through communication and knowledge.
I want you to feel the tension moving from your head down to your neck. I want you to feel the tension moving from your neck down to your shoulder. And as you move that tension to your shoulder, I want you to feel your shoulders drop as you get even more relaxed.
Mental health awareness was the focus of the summit that brought together experts, advocates, and participants to discuss the importance of mental and emotional well-being across Africa.
There are peculiarities around what people really need right now. And for us to be fully functional, we need to be able to see where we have problems. A lot of us are going around with our unresolved traumas. As a result of these unresolved traumas, we see people letting those traumas come into their personal lives, come into their professional lives. They are stuck. They are unable to be their best selves. And I believe that when each and every one of us are able to identify our best selves, we can do so much more for our community, for ourselves, and for our family.
Speakers at the event highlighted growing mental health challenges facing the continent, including concerns around suicide, and called for greater awareness and support, particularly for children and young people.
Let's not always assume that everybody's fine. Sometimes, too, we need to be conscious about emotions. We need to, our children, let's use our children, for example. Someone thinks, my children should be okay. What should be wrong with them? But they may be going through something. They may be depressed at some point in their lives. So for us parents, we need to be more conscious about ensuring that, first starting from our family members, that they have a healthy mindset and that they're in a good state in their mental health. We need to be conscious that whenever their emotions change or mood changes, we should care to ask what the problem is. When they're going through certain things, we should care to know what it is and help them to solve the problems. More importantly, we should encourage them. We should always be the positive force in people's lives to also help them preserve their mental health, whether family or non-family.
Do you know that nearly 150 million people, according to the WHO, are living with mental health conditions? 150 million Africans.
One of the speakers introduced the Afro healing, describing it as an approach to healing that recognizes African experiences, culture, and realities.
I personally think that if they create a room where it's talked about more and they're able to support these kinds of events, it is going to be easy for people to come in and get the healing that they need. So many people are out there advocating for mental health, but the truth is, a lot of times, not everyone really understands how to help people heal. It's not just enough to talk about it. Talking about it is one thing, but what needs to be done so that things can change?
Speakers also stressed the need for Afro coaching by Africans for Africans, by saying African-centered approaches can better understand some of these unique challenges faced by people on the continent.
This kind of event, especially with the experiences you've seen yourself, gives you an avenue to speak, an avenue to pour out what is in you without any judgment, kind of. And it gives you some sense of ease. It's a community of support. So it goes a long way in making people release from their stress containers, and they be able to identify their stressors in the way that they do things on a daily. So if they're able to use this event well, after the event, I'm sure that they would be able to manage their stress containers better and identify the stressors in their lives that would make their living more easier afterwards.
The summit ended with a panel discussion on healthy living and the importance of making mental health a priority, especially among children. The overall message was a call for greater understanding, openness, and support for mental health across African communities.
It may interest you to know that more women attempt suicide, but more men are successful at suicide, meaning that more men actually want to kill themselves. Now, if we look and we step back and we ask ourselves, what are the issues? And there are cultural issues, there are traditional issues, there are religious issues, And then there are environmental issues that are causing this.
Quite recently, a friend of mine lost her husband, and they kept on telling her son, you have to be strong. We know you're now the man of the house. You have to be strong. You're the man of the house. And it was just too much for him, and he broke. So, because he didn't know, what does it mean to just suddenly, from one day to the next, become the man of the house? So really, we need to reevaluate how we speak to the male child and really understand that a mental issue is a mental issue, whether male or female.
Hajara Suleiman reporting for S24 Television.